Time for us to face off against the green monster of the swamp. Obviously, I'm using my usual big weapon here. I kind of highly advise a nice big chunky weapon. When you get a chance to do damage, highly recommend actually getting that damage in. For amulets, I've positioned my quartz so that I get 4 slots early-ish. If you guys aren't following the walkthrough series, that's not my fault. We've obviously got 2 stamina boosts because stamina is going to be an issue. I like using the damage boost from Fable slots and an extra weight so that we are in light mode. I feel like that's really important here because you do want to make sure you're quick and getting your stamina recovery off. For consumables, make sure you have purification up top here. This thing is very likely to infect us with, I think it's corruption. It's going to make us lose weapon durability and health at the same time. So if that procs, we need to get it off really, really quickly. Obviously, we've got the throwables down here for if we feel a little bit desperate and if we just want to finish the boss off or something like this. For our wish, we have healed the Spectre because we're going to take the Spectre in. This is obviously a guide on how to make this as easy as possible, not beat it in solo. And then I highly recommend bringing Vanini's Urgent Repair tool along here because trying to stand there and actually repair your weapon mid-fight is not going to be ideal. And we are not going to be wanting to take 2 weapons in here because we want to stay light and nimble. So that's kind of the way that I think consumables are going to work the best for this. I'm sure most people will already be kind of used to this as they're following the series as we go through. I'm still using the puppet string, mostly because that allows me to pull myself into the boss if I want to get close to it nice and quickly. And it's light, which is pretty significant for me right now because we don't have enough in the way of capacity to have something heavier on. Either way, with all that said, we can go ahead and start the fight now. I'm going to try and call out moves as they go through. Obviously, as always, when we're doing live commentary on these, it can be a bit distracting for me as we do this. So this is the charge attack. You want to try and parry this, because that's an instant stagger and an easy 2 hits, even with a heavy attack like that. Now, we got caught by its 2 arm attacks there, and it's decay, not corruption that it inflicts. That's what I meant, obviously. So, and as you can see, you need to be really careful about having that come on. When it comes to the big overhead attacks there, obviously I got caught out by not being close enough, and I'm still using bad habits. This is a boss where realistically you want to stay as close to it as you can most of the time. Most of its attacks have massive reach, and actually what you want to do is just try and stay around to the side of it. Let's get this R2 on here. Whoa, I missed it. That's a shame. Let me get this on instead. Okay, so when it goes underground, you want to roll away from it. Usually you can get a nice charged R2 when it pops back up. I do badly for stamina right now. I did the wrong thing again. I know it's instinctive to go away, but this, see, like if you just stay close to it, it's much, much safer. I'm gonna heal my boyo. Right here. Let's get charged R2 on that. Go for the crit. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing loads of damage, because my weapon is +9, because if you clear out the swamp area correctly, you can get enough moonstone to get your weapon to +9, which I actually didn't realize when I was practicing against this. That has made an ungodly amount of difference in this boss fight. So, highly recommend making sure you get a +9 weapon. I'm going to have to record this because I kind of want a picture. So this is where the boss gets more erratic, and it's probably the harder of the 2 phases, in my opinion. Mostly because it has this, like, annoying... It's technically similar to the first charge attack, but the difference is if you miss it, it's incredibly punishing if you don't get the parry off on it. But again, we're looking at a boss here where if we kind of dodge towards it or stay close to the enemy, it's kind of safer than trying to run away from it all the time. Nightmare fuel. I don't even know if that's a very nice picture to have on my thumbnail. So let's get in there. It usually starts off with the charge again. Nope, it's actually going to go with the overhead slams. This always ends in like a double slam. So if it's targeting our Spectre here, that's a great opportunity for free damage. As always, those tentacles are the biggest issue, realistically. Shouldn't have blocked that. But this is the move that's probably the worst one. see if we can't set it on fire before the Spectre goes down here. I find it's quite resistant to status in general, so just be aware of that. Going to do its crazy flail now. Got away without the decay. I'm alright. Let's even get acid on you. It's always the arm slashes that get me. Patience is the key. I always find when I'm like trying to rush in with the NPC, that often ends up making me get caught out more than just fighting it normally. So the boss goes down. I can't say this is an easy boss. You just have to have patience with it. Obviously, it's a guide. Hopefully, this makes it easier for you. I showed you that it's kind of doable even if you're a little bit messy like me. But I didn't get to parry its face. That's unfortunate in the second phase. But that's going to be it. It's not like I can refight it now. So, hopefully that helps some of you guys out, and I'll see you all in the next video.